Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for Channel Disturbance. This is a T92 HMC. It's the Tier 10 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Malinovka and it's under the command of Running Hawk. Battle started. Biggest caliber gun in the game, 24 centimeters. Yeah, it's a lot of pain for the enemy. And you can see that Running Hawk is actually running 16 rounds of premium ammo, which can do alpha damage of 1300 hit points, penetrating 60 millimeters of armor, but also doing a burst radius of 14.5 meters. That's huge. That's the radius. Remember, so it's half the distance across pi r squared to work out the true value of the area. It's a large area. It deals a lot of damage, and you can see that Running Hawk is now aiming towards that lookout spot. Oh, no, he's changed his mind. He's now looking at the enemy area, but doesn't appear to be any enemy tanks in sight. They've all disappeared. Well, maybe because they didn't want to get hit by a 24 centimeter shell. No, nobody in sight. Is he going to do a counter battery? Oh, now we've got somebody. It's a Leopard prototype. He's dialing in on that position, but he's changing position rapidly because he's trying to move rounds out, and oh my god, he just killed the Leopard prototype. First shot gets the kill. The Leopard prototype had taken a lot of bad damage already, and that shell must have gone in. Even if it didn't hit him directly, the splash would have been enough to take him out. And it looks like it actually stunned another Leopard prototype out there, or maybe that's the work of the M40, M43. Okay, he's just, I think he's doing something else for the moment. He's loaded his gun, but he's not looking. Okay, must have been chatting or sending a message. Catching up on his text. Okay. Oh, an enemy Arty just got taken out. An FV207 was killed by the M40, M43. Now we're looking for any sign of where the enemy might be. Nothing yet, but oh, enemy tank seen on the hill. It's a tier 10 game with tier 8 tanks in it, and there's a T10, a tier 9 Soviet tank, Soviet heavy. And he's sitting on that hill at the moment, probably unaware that he's actually in the sights of a 24 centimeter howitzer. And that is an IS-7. Now he's having to adjust, and because he's near the edge of his field of fire, he gets a big bloom every time he did. But he hits the IS-7 for 315 hit points. Now I know that some multiplayers, just like some tank players, say, why would you run premium ammo in an Arty for all things? But it does produce some pretty spectacular results, especially when you hit a tank like a Leopard prototype right at the start of the game. Well, there's a Death Star sitting the other side of that rock, and if this shell lands on him, it's going to do a huge amount of damage to him. It could even penetrate him, but he fires the round into that corner, and nothing. So I suspect that the shell actually hit the rock face and didn't hit the target. Now, of course, he's pulling away from the target after he's fired, so we're not actually seeing what the results of the shell were. There's more enemy tanks up on the hill. There's an E75 on the lower level, and there's that T10 on the upper level. Now, hitting that E75 would really help our guys. We just lost the E75. We're almost loaded. Work out where he's going. Fires the round in. Unfortunately, the E75 jinxes and moves forward, but he still gets splashed for 406. Now, the reload time for this Arty is quite large. 39.58 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty huge. But then you would expect it because it's such a large caliber weapon. In fact, actually, the number of crew required to actually manhandle the shells and the powder cases is a lot. they have to carry a truck to carry all the crews because they just don't have enough space on the actual Arty. And this Arty is based on the T26 E3, the Eagle, the American medium tank, and they only built 5 of them. Well, 5 of the T92, 2 of the T93. He fires around in the E75 and he gets a kill! That shell must have hit the wounded E75, took him out of the game, or it splashed right next door to him. So he's now got 2 kills. Okay, he's getting another request for fire, and it's a difficult shot on that Death Star. But the Death Star just killed our Ferdinand. Instead, he's decided to aim up at the hill again. Trouble is, we've only got a Scorpion G up there to spot, so, and I think that Running Hawk has realised that, and now he's reassigning his aim to hit that Death Star, who's just ridden up on that rise. Okay, rounds out, and this time he did get some damage, 433 hit points, and he's changing position to avoid counter battery. Right, up on top of the hill we got the T10. But he's still focusing on this Death Star. Now somebody asked me the other day, said, why does Arty focus fire so much on a particular tank, trying to take them out of the game? Well, I said to them at the time that it's normally that an Arty will invest a certain amount of time in aiming on a target. And after they've done that, they don't want to stop firing at that target until such time as they've got a result at it. They have to invest a certain amount of their time trying to get the target, so it's very important to make sure that they complete their task. Of course, that might not be the best thing for the battle, because you might spend too much time trying to get one specific target when there's better targets available. And in this particular instance, you see Running Hawk could be aiming back up at the hill to help that, well, we lost the Scorpion G and now there's a Foch up there, and it looks like that Foch is in a lot of trouble and he's dead. He's fired his round in at that corner and splashes the Death Star for 228. The bad news, I'm afraid, is that the enemy have now captured the hill, and although an Object 430 has gone up to try and slow the inevitable rush down the hill towards us, and he has killed the T54 first prototype, he's now facing the T10. Oh, he killed him! In which case then that Object 430 has actually saved the team from being hit on that flank. Round goes in and splashes the Death Star again for 319. So despite the fact that they're one tank down on the enemy, they do appear to be doing rather well. Okay, an ISM's moving across the field towards us. We're not going to be loaded for another 17 seconds, so we'll have to aim ahead of that target. Try and dial in before they get to us. Only a few more seconds to go. He's been tracked. Almost ready. Here we go. Rounds out. Kill shot. The shell must have gone straight through that ISM. Completely wiped him out. Okay, we're focusing back on the Death Star again. He keeps pulling back. Oh no, he's doing something else now. He's changing position. And I think he's realizing the threat that our guys are actually moving in and getting closer to their cap. So he's trying to protect his cap. That Waffenträger's just been hit. Lining up his shots. He's loaded now, but he's going to go for the Death Star. It's an easy kill. Rounds out. Oh, and he didn't get the kill. Now, we don't know what happened to that shell. I suspect that the Death Star was killed before the shell actually arrived, and that's why we didn't get more damage and a kill. The Striv is actually shown as the killer of the Death Star. Okay, Object 430's come down the other side and found an E75. Lining up a shot. Okay, here we go. Round out. Now, rounds out and kill shot. 4 kills. There's only 4 enemies left. But Running Hawk has only got 4 shells, so he's going to have to pick his targets. Okay, scrolling out his aim. Now that Charioteer would make a nice target, and if he can drop his round into that little square, I know he's going to try and put it through the window. I wouldn't try to do that because the chances of you getting it through the window are very slim. He's loaded, rounds out, here we go. Yeah, you see, actually impacted on the outside of the building, and I don't think it actually did any damage. I would actually try to land the shell inside the little alcove, because that's guaranteed to get a kill. You get the reverberation around the actual tank as the shell explodes in the little enclosure. Well, he's aiming at that corner, and that's where the Charioteer was last seen. The Striv's moving into a position so he can spot the Charioteer. Is he going to fire? He's holding fire, waiting for the Striv to spot the Charioteer. And okay, they're actually communicating. Leopard prototype said, still behind the house if you want to splash. Leopard prototype saying he's scouting. Marking the spot. Saying that's where I'm going to put the shell. The tortoise has been spotted, so that's a higher priority target for the moment. Going to put a shell in on that corner. If the Leopard prototype gets out of the way. Oh, right, the tortoise has moved into this square. Rounds out. This will hit. It does. 513 hit points. Some stun assist immediately afterwards. The M40 gets the shot. The Leopard moves up to the window and tries shooting the tortoise through the window. And there's the kill from the Striv. So that leaves the Charioteer. Oh no, the Waffenträger is the last enemy. And he's somewhere over there behind that building. Which means that the Striv probably took out the Charioteer. There he is. Well, Running Hawk's got 2 rounds left. If he's going to go for a kill shot, he can land it inside there. And let's have a look. Kill shot. I told you, if you fire into that little alcove, you get kills. And the Leopard prototype was happy about that as well. Excellent. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a first class tank for Running Hawk in the T92 HMC. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5 actually in the end, just 1 short of a Top Gun. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He got 16. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And he got a high caliber as well for dealing the most damage in that game. And his win rate was 6,548 altogether. So a very good game. Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. 4,928 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was the T10 up on top of the hill. He got 3,954 hit points, and after him it was the FV215B183. So he was right to focus on that tank destroyer rather, because he was doing a lot of damage from that position. And when it came to kills, it was Running Hawk. He managed to get 5 kills in that game. The next high scorers were the Object 430, who managed to get 3 before he was killed by the E75, and the T10, who got 3 as well. And when it came to base XP, it was the Leopard prototype on our team. He did a lot of spotting, 1,121 hit point XP from that game. He got a Patrol GT, and he spot for 7,459 hit points of damage for other people. 8 spots as well, so he just missed out on a scout medal to boot. So well done for him. The M43 managed to get a Gore's medal and a Confederate out of that battle as well, so he was really singing along. He only got 3,206 hit points of damage and only 2 kills, but he managed to get more base XP than Running Hawk because he was a lower tier. He was tier 8, Running Hawk was tier 10. He managed to earn 1,054 base XP, and Running Hawk picked up 945, so that still put him 3rd on base XP. Running Hawk fired 15 rounds. He got 6 direct hits and 1 penetration, 13 splash, damage of 4,928 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300 meters. Now I'm fascinated to know, which one did he penetrate? Was it this one? Yes, it was. He penetrated the Waffenträger right at the end. When he put that round into that little alcove, the shell went straight through the Waffenträger, left a gigantic hole, and wiped him out the battle altogether. He damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 885 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 67,377 credits, got 33,689 from the holiday ops, total 101,066 after ammunition resupply and consumables, and remember, he did load all premium ammo. He still made a loss of 38,934 credits from the game, but it was a good game. He also received 34 bonds for the game, so I think that's Veni Vidi Vici and the Gore's medal and the high caliber, and 1,417 XP, and there was no multiplier, so that's all he took away. He was actually looking for an ace tanker in this game, but he came very, very close. If you remember, he did actually get a very nice amount of XP. The base XP, 945, but of course, because this was tier 10, he was expected to earn a lot more damage. And unfortunately, because it was only 4,900 and not maybe 6,000 damage, I think that's where he missed out. If he'd actually fired up at the hill at the object, the T10 and the other tanks that were trying to take out the Scorpion, and then the Object 430, I think he might have been able to earn the extra damage that would have enabled him to get that ace, but on this occasion just missed out. So he'll get it next time, no problem at all. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We've got more tank and Arty replays on the way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.